Well, hello my beautiful Cancerians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for March 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your monthly reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, March is a pretty big month to do things, to take action on things. It's also pretty major when it comes to alignments. We have 2 major planetary alignments, one on the 7th of March, and that is Saturn changing signs. Now, this really is a big deal. It's a very serious planet that gives us all a very strict talking to. It is a planet of hard lessons, tough love, hard work, and growth, okay? Now, this planet, it does help us remove obstacles, strengthen boundaries, and force us to face reality because it moves into the sign of Pisces, okay? Last time it changed signs, Saturn moved into Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about the collective, it's all about society, it's about the way society is governed, and the last time it changed signs was March 2020, and we all know what happened there, okay? Now, it does move signs into Pisces this time round, which does bring a nicer energy. Pisces is a transcendental sign. It's connected to your goals, your dreams, your emotions, and anything that you truly love. So it does really force us all to outgrow escapist tendencies, to really face life and get disciplined in order to accomplish whatever we set out to do. So look, we got the tower energy, okay? Every sign, bar Virgo, every sign has got a tower this month, okay? So let's see what's going on there collectively, or it's in your protagonist energy, so it means you are taking a leap of faith and you are restructuring perhaps the way that you live at the moment. So we'll go into that in a bit more detail. Now, because Saturn rules well, basically, it is rules, regulations, and, you know, restructure in itself. It does mean that you're going to get a little bit more organized. It does mean that you're going to really, you know, if there's any area of your life that you've been thinking, I've got to do that, but you never get around to doing it, March is the month to do it, okay? So that is a big deal for us all moving towards our goals and getting things done. Then we do have a massive transformative planet, Pluto, changing signs into Aquarius. Now, planet Pluto is like a volcano, okay? It really deconstructs the earth and it reveals all that is hidden beneath, okay? So it brings the hidden to light. So again, if you haven't processed anything emotionally, then it's all going to come to light in the month of March. There's going to be a lot of inner looking and dealing with emotions. But also in terms of the collective, it actually can bring an abrupt revelation or a revealing of any secrets that have been held from the collective, whether they are government secrets, societal secrets. All of these exposés will start to happen over the next year or so because Pluto is basically influencing us right up until 2024, okay? So do expect global leaked documents, secret information to be exposed right up until then. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. There is a lot of positive energy because of these shakeups. We do have that Pluto energy. It's full of passion, it's full of power, and it actually enables us to find the energy that perhaps we feel that we've been lacking for quite some time. So there is definitely a positive energy to that. I do feel like the planetary shifts are actually benefiting humanity this time round, shall we say. And so I see a lot of good things to come, but there are some bumps in the road. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? Now, it's been very interesting. It took a long time to for spirits to check in with the cards that they wanted to give you. I don't know if you noticed that. The cards were just not popping today. So perhaps you are trying to focus on something that you're finding difficult, or you're in a bit of a conundrum, you're deep in thought, you're trying to make a decision. There's your Two of Pentacles. So that means you're weighing something up, or you're having to make a decision on something or get clear on something, and you're feeling a little bit indecisive at the moment. You will find your answers. You will find revelation or clarity in the month of March. They are giving that to me. Now, in particular, your third house is influencing you at the beginning of March. Now, the third house is all about communication. It's about the mind. So you're going to be sharp as a tack in the month of March. So if you need to get a project off the ground, or if you need to give a presentation, then you're definitely going to be on point, shall we say, finding the confidence in the words. Also, that third house really influences your writing skills. So if you're a writer, or you're someone who, I mean, we all use words at some point in our day-to-day living, but I feel like you're going to be very eloquent. You're going to be very organized. You're going to be very focused in the month of March to get things done, okay? Also, your 10th house takes over from the third house, and that's all about accomplishing your goals. So you're getting an extra boost of energy, as well as a planetary alignment. So even if you're like poodling around the house and you're like, you know what, I got to get that door fixed. I need to clean that room that I haven't managed to do. I got to organize and, gift stuff to charity, whatever it is, you're going to be like in doing mode throughout the month. So you're just getting stuff done. And that third house, coming back to that, you may feel compelled to put yourself on a course of learning. Some of you may even take a quick trip, a spontaneous trip out of town, or just to see friends, people that perhaps you haven't seen for a while. Also, you're going to, if you do have siblings or neighbors, there's going to be a lot of communication with those people, and you're going to find a lot of balance and harmony and good times. Even if you don't get on with one of them, there may be like a conversation that is a bit more diplomatic and a little bit more to deal with than usual. So I feel it's positive exchanges. And your 10th house is, of course, about your goals, your reputation. So if you are someone who connects to the community, or you are trying to forge a career, your reputation speaks for itself and you are successful, okay? This is about what you're known for, but it's also about, getting busy doing and making sure that everything that you set out to do is done. So March is a very good month. Especially for you, my beautiful Cancerians, they always say like spring clean. We are moving to the spring energy on this side of the hemisphere, of course. And so you are like just doing. Okay, so I feel that energy is really influencing you at this time. Now, your first card there is the Tower. So there's definitely a restructure going on in your life. If you feel like you've been going round and round in circles, doing the same old thing in a bit of a repetitive cycle, you may feel that you are lacking inspiration, or you just feel that sort of low energy where you're like, you know what, I want something different. I want something exciting. I want to do something that I haven't done before. I want a little bit more spontaneity into my life. And so you may restructure schedules just to make sure that you've got more time for you. The Tower energy, a lot of people, they kind of fear the Tower energy. It is Scorpio, Aries energy, and I'm a Scorpio, so I understand that need to just shake things up a little bit. And I feel that you are in that mode in the month of March, where you're just shaking things up. You're releasing yourself from the humdrum. The Tower is a liberation card. It basically means if you've got stuck in a rut in some area of your life, you're going to liberate yourself from that energy. Now, the Tower, of course, is Mars energy. So I really feel this is about you in that energy of action, deconstructing things that are no longer working in your life. This could be exercise routines, for example. You may be looking at your progress in some areas and thinking, you know what, it isn't really for me. Or you could be looking at diets where you're like, okay, that food substance, it really makes me feel bloated, or it makes me feel like I've got no energy and it's got to go. I feel like you're restructuring, even sleeping patterns. I feel like you're making sure that you get enough rest, because we've got the Hermit energy there. It's like taking stock of things that need to go, things that need to stay. And I even see some of you like decluttering your home space, going, okay, I've outgrown that item. I love it, but it's time to be loved by somebody else. And you may be passing it on, either to the thrift, gifting to charity, or perhaps you are selling it online for a little bit more money. Whatever it is, I feel like you are restructuring things in your world. If you're in a working environment, you may feel that there's a lot of changes around you at the moment, and you may feel that you have to be flexible or adaptable to these circumstances. Whatever is changing around you, with the Two of Pentacles, I do see you being very flexible. I do see you putting yourself in a really good position. Now, some of you, of course, especially since we've got the Strength card, and we've got the Sun card here in the Chariot. Some of you may be looking at world events and anticipating either economic fluctuations or changes in society that perhaps you are not so excited about. And I feel like you're trying to restructure your finances, making sure that you protect everything that you have made already. You're being very conservative with your finances, getting a strict budget in place. But I also see you restructuring, as in perhaps spreading your money into different accounts, just to make sure should there ever be an economic fluctuation or a crash, that you are covered in various institutions and you don't have all your eggs in one basket, as it were. So I definitely see you really being very savvy and putting yourself in a very, very good position. Now, this, of course, is the card. It says revelation. So lots of ideas, sudden epiphanies, really shaking up the status quo in the month of March for you. It literally just popped out of my hands. Okay, maybe my guides are saying you're done with that. What I'm getting here, though, whatever it is that you are changing, or if there's been unexpected events for you, I feel like you are going to adapt to these circumstances and you're going to thrive despite if you felt that it's been negative or difficult. Now, some of you, before you came to this reading, some of you may have had a bit of a shock, okay, because the Tower can also represent having a bit of a shock where the carpet is pulled from underneath your feet. So if you've already come to this reading, because this is your protagonist energy, it means some of you are already existing in this energy. It doesn't mean it's to come in March, so I don't want anyone worried there. But if you've experienced something that's been very, very difficult and surprised you, shocked you, and you've been either grieving this situation or you've been really like stunned by this situation, I definitely see you having the strength to move forward and start anew. So for example, some of you may have lost your job before you came to this reading, and it may have really like shocked you, stunned you, and it's made you take some time out. But actually it is thrilling because it's an opportunity for you to do anything else that you want going forward. It opens up a whole wide world for you. What next? I really get a sense of you going, you know what next? I could take any job, I could do anything, because you are so talented and gifted at what you do. You have a lot of skills in very many areas, okay? And I definitely see you, I mean, there's an opportunity coming on in here. If you're looking for a new opportunity, I see two in particular. There's one that makes you feel really excited. I mean, both of them are good, but I feel one makes you really feel excited. It may have even been something that you used to do when you were younger, okay? Maybe in a sector in that area, and you're like, you know what? I always loved doing that. Why did I leave that? Maybe I'm going to go back. So I really feel that there is something that brings a lot more success and a lot more happiness. And I feel, although the money's good, I feel like you're not doing it for the money. You're doing something so that you can feel emotionally rewarded, like it's something that speaks to your heart. It feels valuable to you, okay? Now, if you know my readings, you'll know that the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower, they tend to show up together. So whatever shocks and surprises or difficulties you may have experienced, there is a more positive energy on the other side, okay? Not all surprises are negative. I really feel with your reading, I see that there's a really good surprise, but it may need to, you may need to restructure your world in some way. So for example, some of you may have just got a new job, right? And you're like, oh wow, this is a dream job, but it does mean that I have to uproot myself and move across the world or across town in order to do this particular job. So some of you, it may come with travel restrictions, or it may come with, and I don't mean restrictions, it's like suddenly you have to make concessions, as it were, for the position, because it comes with, I mean, they may even give you a company car in order to get over that, but there may be like things that you have to deal with where you have to restructure your schedule or restructure your life in order to get the good stuff, okay? I definitely see you coming out of a comfort zone, and anything that has really been difficult, you're releasing it, and I feel like you're building better and stronger than ever before, okay? Now, some of you, and I'm just going to send a hug out there, some of you may have lost someone recently. They may have transitioned, and I'm sending you a huge, huge hug out there. That's not going to be for everyone, that energy. I'm only feeling like a 20% energy coming through of people who are grieving for somebody. If that's you, I'm sending you so much love, so much hugs. I do feel like that person will send you an omen. Okay, I'm just going to really try and check in and see what that is. Okay, this is, okay, it's a very unique omen, let's put it that way. They're showing me a penguin right now, a penguin, okay? So maybe you see a sign of a symbol that is a penguin. I mean, you may literally see a real penguin. You probably won't see that walking down the sidewalk, but, you know, it could be on a, you know, a documentary that just pops up on the TV or in a movie or something like that. They're just showing me a penguin. Now, penguins are really friendly. There's something about the way that they walk that'll make you chuckle a little bit. I feel like this omen is sent to make you smile, okay? And to let you know that you're being thought of on the other side, okay? So that's, I rarely get messages like that, so I'm just sending that out to you, and I'll move on from that energy with so much love and light to you all, okay? Now, moving on from that, we do have the Hermit energy, okay, which indicates a bit of a withdrawal. So some of you may be going off grid a little bit to really focus on something or trying to find inspiration for something. So you may be very strict with yourself at this time in order to not be derailed from your plans, okay? Now, the Hermit also is someone who goes into the cave of life in order to seek answers, feeling a little bit fed up with the way things are going, fed up with the energy around you. You just need some time to take stock and just remove yourself from a situation, okay? Some of you may be even thinking that it's time to go solo. So some of you are like, you know what, I'm in a career environment that I think I could do better on my own. Now's the time to restructure, set up my own business and become an entrepreneur. Some of you, you know, you may decide to go traveling on your own. Or some of you may decide, you know, you want to move out from flatmates and you want to live on your own. So I really get this sense of independence coming through on this card as well. But the Hermit energy is really a time to take stock. And I really feel you're going inwards, searching for those answers, but it's more than that. It's a very philosophical energy that's going on here, where you're looking at your true north, your path, and you're walking away from things that perhaps have been difficult recently. Now, also the Hermit, it's like, it's time for reflection, to recharge your batteries, okay? Because underneath here, we've got the Magician card. So some of you are really taking a step back in order to manifest something that you truly desire, but also to power up in your energy. It's like a battery recharge, okay? Because if you don't, you'll burn yourself out. There's definitely an energy here of, especially since we got the Strength card in this position, something you've been struggling with, and it could be low energy, you know? It could be that you are doing so many things, you're spinning so many plates, you're doing a lot of multitasking, whether you're looking after children, whether you're paying the bills, you know, trying to work, whether you're retired and you're trying to sort out your next steps, and check in with what it is you want to do with your time and deepen your faith and, you know, make your money go a long way. Sorry, they're giving me something on the back. Okay, they're showing me something on the back for somebody. someone injured their back or pulled their back out or something like that. If you need to take some time out to rest that back, please do, because you don't want to come back to lifting and all of those things too early, because you'll just make it worse long term. So if you have hurt your back or you put your back out in some way, that's not going to resonate for everyone, that's for sure. But I feel they've given me this energy of you're doing a lot of heavy lifting in life. And I don't mean literally like pulling up big bags of stuff or boxes of things. I mean, some of you may be, but I feel it's more that you've got a lot on your plate at the minute, and you're a very emotional sign. So everything affects you in a very sensitive way. So not only are you dealing with the sort of the actual physical event of things, you're also dealing heavily with the emotional side of it as well. So give yourself a break. Take some time out to really implement self-care routines, and take stock and take a step back. The Magician card indicates, you're powering up your energy, and actually there's something here that perhaps you've been working hard to accomplish. It could be a project, whether you're retired or not, or you're working in a career environment. There's something on your mind that you want to get done, or you want to finish in some way. And I feel by taking a step back from it, then you can actually focus on it a little bit more. Or you get an idea of where your focus should go on it, okay? Because the Magician card and the Hermit is like basically withdrawing in order to focus on something, or be a little bit more detailed about something. This is a card of being very precise about what you want, what needs to go in your life, and what needs to stay. Also, you're in a very strong position of manifestation this month. So thoughts are becoming things. That's why it's so important for people to be as positive as they possibly can. I know it's not human nature to be positive all the time. We can't always be super positive. I mean, it's just not possible. Human beings, we fluctuate in emotions, and that's actually healthy, because we've got to deal with lots of different energy that is hitting us all the time. But the Magician card indicates that as you raise your vibrations and recharge your batteries, you're actually manifesting something that perhaps you've wanted for some time. It's getting closer to you, okay? The Magician tells me that you are someone who is very talented and gifted at what you do. And as long as you focus on that area that you want to flourish or be abundant, it requires intense concentration is what they're giving me, okay? You're taking the initiative on something to change your world. And even if you're starting something new, whether it's a new business or a new venture, or you're even relocating, or you're doing something that you've never done before, putting yourself out there onto a course of learning, or even, you're connecting to a hobby, something that perhaps you haven't done before as well. I feel like you're going to be naturally very good at it, and it's actually going to be very, very successful, okay? Everything works out in your favor. Now, we do have the Maturity card here, and we've got the Fool card, of course, was again, it's an indication of immaturity, and we've got the Two of Pentacles. Some of you may have been dealing with someone who has been trying to push your buttons, or has been very, very immature. Okay, they're giving me a sentence that I don't know if it's a quote or anything. Thanks so much, I'm truly grateful. I'm just going to read you what I can see in the water, because I'm scrying at the same time. To be honest, it doesn't mean anything to me, okay? But I'll try and decode it. Wolves do not perform in the circus. I'm going to look that up, because that's very profound. It's true. You never see a wolf in the circus. Well, when I was a child, obviously there were circuses, but now that I've become more mature and realize what circuses are, I take a step back from that. I'm not judging anyone who goes to one or brings children to one, but it's true. I've never seen a wolf in a circus. So, I mean, perhaps that's a fact they're just giving me. I mean, when I really decode it, it's like you're not performing, or you're not letting anyone push someone's buttons. So a wolf tends to be like, there's a wolf pack, of course. So finding your soul tribe, anyone who's meant to be in your life won't be trying to push your buttons, or won't be trying to make you unhappy. So maybe it's about taking a step back from someone or a situation that has been a little bit crazy recently. You're like, you know what, I'm going to just go my own way, especially since you've got the Hermit energy. You're taking a step back from that. Wolves do not perform in the circus. Please put it in the comments box below if you know exactly what that comment is from, or I'm going to look it up, as I said myself, but it's very interesting, especially when I touch this card, because You know, normally they do have like lions and tigers and things like that, but okay. I'm going to move away from that sentence because I really don't know how else to decode it apart from, I mean, wolves are pathfinders. So some of you may be trying to step away from a working environment that you feel is chaotic, that it's just for show. I mean, you've got the Eight of Cups here. So circus is all like, you know, everything is on the surface. Everything's fine. Everything's laughable. Everything's like full of wonder and all these things, but actually underneath the circus energy, there is, you know, a very negative energy. There is, you know, look at how they have to train the animals, you know, so it's a very strict environment. So perhaps you feel that on the surface, the company that you work for, it looks great. I mean, maybe it's even very famous, but underneath there's a lot of toxic energy that's going on there. People don't see behind the scenes. So perhaps you're thinking that actually you want to walk away from that energy because it's not good for you, especially since that Eight of Cups says you're seeking something that has deeper meaning in your life. And that's across the board. That's not just in terms of your career, it's in terms of your friendships, it's in terms of your interactions day to day and how you feel about yourself. You're searching for meaning, or you're searching for something deeper, something more rewarding. So maybe that's what the sentence means. You're actually walking away from something that wants you to perform in the way, or is trying to manipulate you in a certain way. And you're taking a step back from that. This could be some sort of drama in your family unit. It could be in a friendship, a frenemy, trying to push your buttons. It could even be someone, a colleague at work, who's trying to make you look a certain way by pushing your buttons. So I would see that you're taking a step back from that, okay? Any immature behavior, it's done. You're walking away. You don't need that in your life anyway. Now, the maturity card indicates something. I mean, this is the strength card, of course. This indicates that there's been something that perhaps you've been struggling with or even angry about. You know, anger, it's not a great energy, but it's an energy that we all as humans feel at some point in our lives. And, you know, it's okay to be angry about something. I know society tells us don't be angry, but it's okay to let it out. You know, it's there. It's a human trait for a reason. It's there as a protective measure. It's also there to vent energy, to get it out. So some of you may be trying to find alternative ways to streamline your anger or your pent-up energy this month. I mean, some of you may join the gym if you didn't at the beginning of the year. Some of you may even paint it out or find an alternative way to get that excess energy out. With the strength card, this is also, if you've been burning the candle at both ends and you've not been looking after yourself and you've been putting everybody else's needs first, this month it's time for self-care, okay? This is a card of gentle compassion to overcome the obstacles without resorting to physical aggression or to, you know, anger. So I do feel that you are finding a more peaceful resolution to some things in your life, and you're taking a real step back to implement self-care routines and healthier boundaries, okay? But something that you were struggling with, it could be a conundrum. It could be if someone said something to you, you could be like, why did they say that? What did that even mean? Why are they being like that? So you may be wrestling with something in your mind or in your heart at the moment, and it gets resolved. You find a way to resolve it, okay? But you have to make a decision to resolve it. That's what that Saturn energy is all about. We have to face it. We can't escape it, okay? Now, the Two of Pentacles in this position does indicate that perhaps you've been feeling a little bit restless about something. You may be doing a lot of multitasking, and there's something that you really want to focus on, but you've just never had the time. But you're going to find time this month, okay? Also, this indicates you actually have more options than you realize, so you may have to make some choices this month. The Two of Pentacles is really to find balance between work and play, or if you've, like, you could be retired, but you still got responsibilities, you still got projects that you want to do, you still want to go out and have fun with your friends, and you know, you may have travel plans. So whatever it is, I feel like you're trying to find the balance of the thing, the duality, okay? Being in the flow, in the rhythm of life, so that we can enjoy all aspects of life. Now, a lot of you may have been feeling that you've been juggling a lot of things recently and you're just a little bit exhausted. So this is a month to really check in with yourself, recharge those batteries, and feel like you're renewed. You know, I feel like you're ready to take on the day, especially around about I want to say it's the second week of March. There's this boost of energy. after recharging your batteries, where you're getting stuff done. You're just in the flow of doing things. But I feel the first week of the month, you may be a little bit lethargic, or you may be feeling a little bit like, you know what, I just can't today. Today's a duvet day. I just get this energy. I mean, you may not take a duvet day, but you're feeling it. So have compassion with yourself. Listen to your body. Sometimes we can't do something on a day. You know, sometimes, excuse me, I always get called to read by my guides. Excuse me. I do apologize. I do get called to read by my guides. So I could be like washing the dishes, right? And then suddenly I'll get a calling. It's time. And then I'll come and do the reading for you all, because my guides are not just there for me all the time, right? They're actually, I have various guides coming in, and they got other stuff that they're doing. I can't always call on them, but I know that they're there if I need them for something and it's urgent, but they will call on me when it's time to do the reading. So sometimes we got to take a step back at the thing that we always love doing or that we need to do until the time is right. And, you know, back in the day, I used to do a little bit of painting. And, you know, I would wake up in the morning and I'd be like, you know what, I'm so excited. I'd get the paintbrush out. I'd do all this painting. It would be like wonderful. I'd lose myself in it. And I wouldn't finish it because, you know, I was just living in it for that moment. And then when I'd come out of it, you know, I would just get on with life. And then the next day I'd be like, oh, I got to finish that painting. And then I'd look at it and go, but I'm not feeling it today. And if I tried to paint and I didn't feel it, I'd ruin it. So sometimes we got to take a step back and go, you know what, today's not the day. I'll do it tomorrow. It's fine. But I feel in the month of March, you're going to accomplish a lot more than you expected, and you're going to be really proud of everything that you got done in the month of March. Now, some of you may be trying to orchestrate some sort of new opportunity or new venture in your life. The Fool card indicates, you know, there's a new path that you're following. You're starting afresh. I mean, as I said, some of you may have lost your job before you came to this reading, and yes, you're definitely starting afresh. Some of you, and again, huge hugs for all those who've lost someone, lost a partner, or lost someone that was dear to them. You may feel like this is a whole new life for you, and you're like, how do I do life? Knowing that there's this big restructure that's gone on that I was not in control of. You are going to enter into a very heavy period of healing, and again, I'm sending so much love out to you all, but remember to look for the signs, especially the penguin. For some reason, the penguin's coming out. I mean, it may be something that's personal to you, but I feel it's just when I look at penguins, they are so cute, and they do that wobble, and it makes me want to smile automatically. So maybe that's why Spirit have chosen a penguin in particular, okay? But again, moving on from this energy, the Fool card is like to open yourself up to a little bit more spontaneity in life. So if you feel like you've been in a repetitive cycle, whether you're working or not, retired or not, or whether you've found things to be difficult for you or not, you may be looking at the routine, the structure that is already in place in your life, and you look up and you're thinking, you know what, I get up in the morning and I do this, and then I do that, and then I do this. It's like clockwork. Bear a couple of minutes, you're like, you know what, I'm just doing the same thing all the time. And whilst that is important, because routine and structure can be very beneficial, I feel you're yearning for a little bit more fun or a little bit more spontaneity. And March is the month to find that, okay? I definitely get this sense with the Fool card that oh, how can I put that? It's like there's going to be a spring in your step. It's like this youthful energy, a spring in your step, and you may be beginning something that actually brings a lot of optimism, but also makes you feel a little bit nervous about it. It's okay to start again. It's okay to start again in any area of your life. It means, well, it definitely means you haven't failed. It means you've evolved, and you are really checking in with yourself to see if you still love the things that you've got going on in your life. And if you haven't, then you're walking away from it. I mean, I definitely see you walking away from something, whether it's a food substance, a person, a situation, a job. I definitely see with the Eight of Cups and the Fool card, there's definitely a major restructure going on for you after a period of self-development. Now, we have the Moon card, so this is your card showing up very heavily here, my beautiful Cancerians, for yourself. This indicates that it will be a bit of emotionally deep time in March. I feel the Moon energy, which is in Virgo actually, this time round. the full moon is what I'm talking about, it will actually influence you in a very positive way. You will feel a little bit more sensitive than usual, but this Virgo moon energy is going to make you feel very productive, okay? It may throw up some moments of self-doubt. That will happen for the collective, but it's about releasing self-doubt and realizing that we don't always have to be perfect. Okay, we're just human beings doing, and it's more important to realize that we're actually a human being. We don't have to be a human doing all the time. So you'll be kicking back, relaxing a little bit more, and this also tells me that there is an opportunity that's popping out of the blue for you. The moon card is like suddenly there's like something new on the horizon. I mean, it could literally be that suddenly there's a new person in your working environment or in your friendship circle. I definitely get this sense of something new popping up for you that at first you may feel a little bit cautious about, but actually you'll see on the other side, it was fate, it was destiny, and it's actually a really good thing, whatever this new thing is for you. Now, there may be a little bit of an inner fight between being a homebody and domesticity and being independent and sort of wanting to get out there and have a lot of fun. So I do feel there is that push and pull energy. You may want to, you know, have an affair with your PJs and stay at home and watch a movie or whatever it is, but at the same time you long for a little bit more excitement in your world. So you may have to push yourself out of a comfort zone to, leave those PJs behind and get out there and find new opportunities to connect to soul tribe members or friends. So there may be that push and pull. Where you feel, I want to be a homebody, I just want to stay at home and just chill out, but at the same time you'll want to actually go out and see what the world has to offer for you. You may even take in like a new restaurant in the area or something new that is popping up in your area, even if it's an exhibition. I definitely get an energy of you wanting to discover new things about where you're at right now. Also with this card, the moon card tends to mean that with deep self-reflection, you will find a way to overcome any obstacle in your life. Trust the process, okay? Especially since we've got the Wheel of Fortune here as well. There's a lot of luck coming for you right at the end of the month. The Wheel of Fortune indicates either a lucky break or a moment where you think things could go either way. Suddenly they work out perfectly for you, okay? There's a lot of abundance here. This is a card of prosperity. There's going to be a lot of meaningful coincidences to look out for as well. They're giving me 0909, okay? 0909. You may see that a lot over the next 4 or 5 weeks. That indicates... well, they're trying to show me an envelope, and I'm trying to see what's on that envelope. 0909. Okay, I can't really grasp what they want me to give you about this envelope. It could be an invitation. It could be a very important document. Okay, there's the seal. They're showing me a wax seal on the envelope. So this means that there is an official document or letter that is coming for you. I mean, it may... 0909, I mean, that could be your zip code or your area code, whatever you want to call it. It could be the number of the digits at the end of your phone, or it may pertain to something that's in that document. So look out for that. 0909, maybe the delivery time of that document. So just look out for that. That's important too. I feel it's important that you open that document, okay? If you're someone who only relies on emails and you don't tend to check your mail, March is a month where you need to check your mail, okay? Because you may miss out on something that's actually very beneficial for you. Now, also with the Wheel of Fortune, your luck is changing, okay? Because you're making major decisions to walk away from something, the universe tends to reward you for your courage, tends to reward you for walking away from negative experiences in your life and valuing yourself in a higher way. Humans tend to undervalue themselves. They tend to accept less than they truly deserve. And I feel sometimes you may have experienced circumstances where either you felt undervalued or you, did not value yourself in some areas. I mean, we've all done it at some point. And what I mean by that is, for example, you're very gifted at what you do, and you may be looking at the environment you work in and think, you know what, I put a lot of effort into this and I work harder than anyone else here, and I'm not getting half the pay that that person's getting, or I'm not getting financially recompensed for it in a wage packet that matches my skills. So you may have undervalued or accepted less than you truly deserve in that circumstance. And I feel it's the same with friendships and love relationships. If you feel like you're always overgiving or you're always the one who's there for everybody, I feel like you're readdressing the balance in the month of March. 8 of Cups says you're done with something. You're walking away because it's not been rewarding for you. But I also get this sense that a lot of you are thinking about going either on a spiritual retreat, or you're seeking something other in life. You're doing a lot of self-reflection, a lot of deep personal progress, and the things that perhaps meant something in the past, I feel like you're outgrowing a lot of situations and you're letting them fall away, okay? 8 of Cups basically means you're going on a journey of discovery, and you're going to rediscover parts of yourself that perhaps you felt like you lost out on. Everybody's going to get this Virgo influence, okay? The collective's going to feel that. So I do feel a lot of this energy has come out in the Virgo reading as well. It's kind of, the Virgo reading seems to be the hub reading for this month, and everybody's got a little bit of something coming through on it. Everyone's getting similar cards, okay? But the 8 of Cups basically is an indication that you're seeing beyond the superficial, okay? And you're basically re-examining where you've been on your path, where you are right now, and where you want to go. And you're choosing the path that is right for you at this time, instead of the one that seems the most likely one to draw you in, or the one that everyone else takes. I mean, maybe that's what the wolf quote thing was. What was it? Wolves are not circus. Wolves do not perform in the circus. Was that it? Yeah. So maybe that's what that sentence literally means. You're not going to do something that everybody else does. You know, you are a maverick. You are taking a different path. Some of you may be doing something different than your family. You know, some of you may have decided to go to college, and your family may have not gone to college before. Or some of you may decide to go overseas and live abroad, or do something different. If all your family are lawyers or work in the services or in an office, you may decide to go off and do something creative and something totally like left field. Whatever it is, you're following your heart, and it may surprise or shock a lot of people, and they may not understand the path that you're taking. But it's your path and it's not theirs. So I definitely see that independence coming through as well. We've got the Chariot card. Whatever you are turning your hand to, you're going to be successful. But this can also be a card of searching for direction. So some of you, if you've been feeling that you are a little bit fed up with the way things have been, you're definitely restructuring in order to change direction, change lanes, as it were. The Chariot card also it kind of indicates that you are focused, committed to your goals, and you are going to find the energy you need to be victorious or to have a breakthrough. You've got a very strong willpower, my beautiful Cancerians. That's what I love about Cancerians. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. And if you... Basically, I have a lot of Cancerians in my life, and if they're ever upset about anything, they go super silent. And occasionally, they might bang a thing or two, okay? One of my friends, I love her to death, and whenever she's annoyed with somebody, she sort of takes a step back, goes into the kitchen, which is pretty much her domain. She loves being in there. She's like a domestic goddess, okay? And she'll go in there, and suddenly, the door of the cupboard, bang. The cutlery, bang. Everything's like bang. And you might say, hey, Serena, are you okay? And she'd be like, yeah, fine. And you're like, that is not fine. But there's just this silence, and then the bangs happen. So I'm only mentioning her because I'm just seeing the way she just sort of walks away from a situation. And you know, we always say it's kind of like passive aggressive. She's getting better, but it's like she's finding her voice to say, actually, no, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. So she's unlearning patterns that she has learned from her family. Okay, so we're all learning and unlearning certain narratives that we've all been given. And I feel you are doing something similar this month as well. So I feel you're breaking free from expectations, you're breaking free from limitations, and you're breaking free from a narrative that perhaps you have followed for a while. And you're not failing because you're leaving it behind. You're actually evolving and making progress because you realize it no longer has a place in your world. And some people can get stuck in it and they never realize. So that's why it's a really great month for you, okay? Chariot, definitely success, career success. Ambition will take you to where you want to go because you're very talented, you're very gifted, and whatever you turn your hand to, it is going to be a major success. I do see you starting something new. I mean, even if you're not walking away from a career, you may adjust the way that you work, and it will actually make you more efficient and you really stand out from the crowd. And I definitely see some sort of elevation in your career. A lucky break could be a new position offered to you in the month of March. Could be a promotion, but I feel like it's something new or you need to learn new skills to accomplish this thing. The money is, I feel like there will be a raise in money, but it's not by much. Okay, so yeah, I got to be honest with you. I'm not going to, if it's not there, I'm not going to tell you, oh yeah, you're going to be a millionaire by the end of April. You know, I'm not going to tell you what's not there. Okay, I definitely see when it comes to your budget, I see that you're trying to be a little bit stricter with your budget. You're trying to keep a tight rein on your finances. You're definitely trying to be stronger in your impulses for spending. And some of you, I hate giving this message. I'm going to pull a card on it. Just I want to make sure that I'm right because I don't like giving this message if it's not for you, okay? But I am picking up on it, okay? Four of Pentacles is save your finances. Okay, there's the explosive energy. I'm feeling like an unexpected bill come through, something that may be a little bit higher than you expected. But I'm just going to pull those cards on it just to see if Page of Pentacles, the Justice card, Eight of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Five. Okay, so again, it's a little bit similar to, I think it was either the Libra reading or the Virgo reading. There's a bill that comes in, and I feel it's a little bit higher than you expected, but there is some mistake. Okay, and you will contest this. The Five of Wands tells me you contest this this bill, and I feel like you find a resolution to it. I feel like they lower the bill because it's meant to be lower. They may overcharge you in error, okay? And I feel that they will make it right. They will find a solution. You've got the Justice card there. They find a solution. Also, there may be, and I don't often get this message, so it's just coming through. There may be a company that you use for something in your life, a provider of something. I mean, it could be energy, gas, it could be electricity, it could be your internet, your broadband, your Netflix, whatever it is. They may try to change your contract. Okay, and or the contract goes higher or something like that. So just watch out for that. It may surprise you, but I feel like you may contest that, and I feel like you win. It's good news. They lower the bill. Okay, so just watch out for that. That's not going to resonate for everyone. I've got about 40%. Those sneaky little companies trying to extort a little bit more money from people. But anyway, ultimately, you leave on the Sun card, okay? So that is a warm month. A lot of good memories will be built in this month. Also, the Sun card indicates a lot of success. It really is like abundance, okay? This is the most successful card in the deck. But it's also like a self-rejuvenating energy where you just feel like you've got that spring in your step. There's a lot of clarity, a lot of growth this month, and you becoming aware of the things that you need to change or the things that you need to really focus on in order to find balance in your life. So I definitely see, as I said, a restructure of schedule. Now, some of you, especially if you're retired, some of you may decide to move towns or cities or wherever you're at, and you may decide to go and live in the countryside. The Chariot card really connects to travel, movement. Some of you may even take a trip, as I said at the beginning. That's really influenced by your third house there. So there may be some sort of trip that you take. It could be a road trip, or it could be you visiting somebody, or even taking a vacation. Some of you may be even thinking about a spiritual retreat because we do have the Eight of Cups there. and the Hermit. And if you're not taking it this month, you may actually book it, okay? Because I see that you're trying to reconnect to parts of yourself that perhaps you feel have been lost over the years, okay? Now let's get some final... They're showing me a golden crown right now, a golden crown. So this golden crown, I mean, interesting. I'm getting two images. I mean, maybe there's a golden crown in this deck, and maybe there's even heels, because they show me golden shoes. So either someone bought some golden shoes out there, male or female, not a gender specific reading. They're showing me golden shoes and a golden crown. And this is a deck that's got lots of golden images in there. So maybe that's why I'm seeing this in the water. I'm seeing it in the water right now. Golden crown can mean that if you know that you'll be successful, because the crown chakra is all about knowingness, know that you will be successful and it shall be so. It could also indicate that some of you will be stepping into a position of status with a raise or a promotion there. Golden shoes. This could be a golden opportunity to move somewhere. You've got the skull, you've got the world globe. They want me to go 3 more? Okay. Normally I would go 1 more if they wanted it. We got the steps. Chess. Okay. Infinity. This is the 3rd one, right? And the Buddha. Okay. So we've got skull. Okay, something is ending for you. We've already picked up on that energy that something's ending, or you're walking away from something. It says final ending. You know, you're being vigilant. You're rebuilding from the ashes. Okay, so the Tower is something has been deconstructed and you're rebuilding back stronger. We've got world globe. So, I mean, in terms of global events, the Tower has been coming up for every sign apart from Virgo. And this can mean that there is some major restructure that's going to occur March to April time, okay, for everybody. We have yet to see what that may be. But because we have Saturn moving signs, it can mean that there is a regulation that is brought in, either economically or globally in terms of governments that may affect the collective. But they're not giving me an energy on what that would be, okay? It could be a healthcare restructure because of Pisces. Pisces, I'm not sure if I mentioned it at the beginning there, but Pisces does connect to healthcare situations and systems. So it can mean that there's going to be stricter rules and regulations or restructure in the healthcare system. So it could be that. But anyway, I'll move on to the card. It says travel opportunities, moving abroad, foreign or foreigner, wholeness and completion. Okay, so when you get the World card, it means you're going to get your tasks done. You're going to get busy doing and finishing what you started. But also the World card, of course, some of you may be traveling or even thinking about moving abroad, and you're checking in with your intuition to see where you feel like you belong. You will end up where you belong. Okay, you will make the steps necessary. I mean, you've even got the footsteps here. So it says step-by-step approach, taking action, first steps to success, and to pursue. Pursue whatever it is that is on your mind at this time. But of course, there must be a strategy. We've got the chess card. So this is about thinking before you act. And it says being strategic, thinking it through, the power of the mind, and a battle was unfolding. Okay, so I already seen you kind of withdraw from a situation that could have been a battle or someone pushing your buttons. But I feel the next steps that you're taking in whatever decision it is that you have to make, as soon as you've thought it through, you will know the exact route to take and you're on the right track. Okay. Also, we've got infinity. Okay. Now, infinity, it says eternal, limitless harmony and balance, kundalini energy and dualism and unity, okay? Infinite possibilities for you to be happy, successful, but also this indicates that you will have limitless energy and you are going to be in alignment with your energy as well, which makes things a lot more easier. Then we've also got Buddha, which is about your faith, of course, fulfilling your destiny, reflection, positive thinking, and understanding. So that all came out in the reading. These cards literally kind of hit the points that came up in your reading there. Some of you may take a spiritual retreat or even take a trip to a Buddhist country. Perhaps that's on your agenda. That's why that's come up there as well. Okay, I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. we've got the butterfly, time to spread your wings, time to evolve and make progress, change a situation for the better. But I always say the butterfly, it's so important, their journey. Their journey is a difficult one because, of course, you know, the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis and it doesn't just fall asleep and then wake up and be a butterfly. It actually dissolves itself. It loses its sense of self. So if you feel like you've been going through a very difficult time where you've lost your sense of self, it means you're on the precipice of change, transformation, and about to become what you always have been and spread your wings, okay? So I feel this is a time of change for you, but it is for the positive. And also, I feel lots of butterflies may be a symbol for you over the next couple of weeks as well that indicate great changes that bring a lot of positive energy are headed in your direction, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians. Love and light.